Staying with us, you're watching WION The World is One. I'm Adya Juneja and this is Speed News. Let's start with all the stories making headlines today. Israeli strikes hit southern Lebanon despite a U.S. brokered framework aimed at reducing border tensions, while Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Defense Minister Israel Katz said Israel destroyed a Hezbollah tunnel network in southern Lebanon, describing the site as a 25-meter deep underground facility stretching more than 200 meters and containing weapons and launch shafts. Hezbollah called the attacks a blatant violation of the ceasefire, adding that it is monitoring and tracking these violations and reserves its right to defend its homeland and people. Lebanese Parliament Speaker Nabi Berri said that the trilateral framework agreement would not pass in its current form, saying it does not guarantee Lebanon's rights. While the agreement seeks to address border security and Hezbollah's armed presence in southern Lebanon. Ambiguity remains over technical talks between US and Iran over the West Asia war, and Axios report suggests that US and Iran have agreed to halt military strikes and hold a new round of talks later this week. Citing US officials, the report claimed that the two sides are anticipating meeting on Tuesday in Doha to work out their dispute over the Strait of Hormuz. A Ukrainian drone strike on the Tuapse oil refinery in Russia's Krasnodar region sparked a massive fire and reportedly killed one person. Claiming responsibility, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said the strike was part of operations which is aimed at weakening Russia's ability to wage war. While Ukraine has also targeted refineries in Yaroslavl and near Moscow, causing widespread disruption. Russian President Vladimir Putin has vowed to ensure the country's security and protect its borders as Ukraine intensifies retaliatory strikes targeting Russia's oil refineries and critical infrastructure. Speaking at the United Russia Party Congress, Putin acknowledged the challenges posed by Ukrainian drone and missile attacks, but insisted Russia would overcome them. Pakistan says it carried out ground operations and airstrikes along the border with Afghanistan, killing at least 29 militants. According to Tarar, the airstrikes targeted Paktika and Kunar regions along the Pak-Afghan border. According to Pakistan Information Minister Ataullah Tarar, the operation was launched in response to multiple militant attacks across the country. Well, the strikes come just a day after 3 Pakistani Rangers were killed in an attack in Karachi. Along Saudi Arabia's Gulf Coast, west of the Strait of Hormuz, an Aramco-operated helicopter crashed in Ras Tanura, killing all 14 on board. According to a Saudi news agency, the cause of the crash is still unknown. The deadly accident came as oil-rich Gulf nations seek to ramp up their output following Iranian attacks and the closure of the Hormuz Strait. However, Saudi Arabia did not indicate the incident is in any way connected to a hostile attack. A magnitude 5.5 earthquake struck Gaoxian County in southwest China's Sichuan province, injuring 13 people. The quake was at a depth of 10 kilometers Residents in Gaoshan County and neighboring Gongshan County reported strong tremors with furniture visibly displaced indoors. Tremors were also felt in Yibin and Chengdu, the capital city of Sichuan. After powerful twin earthquakes rocked Venezuela, at least 1,450 people have been killed, while thousands are still reported missing. Foreign rescue teams have reached Venezuela and are racing against time to search for survivors. So far, at least 33 people have been rescued. On Sunday, a father and son were pulled out alive from under the rubble of a collapsed building. According to Venezuela's National Assembly, President Jorge Rodriguez, 774 buildings were badly damaged in back-to-back quakes of magnitude 7.2 and 7.5. A video shared by a U.S. rescue team shows the extent of devastation in one of the areas hardest hit by the twin earthquakes. U.S. military personnel are helping to expand airport capacity and reopen a key seaport to support relief efforts. In eastern France, a routine skydiving trip turned into a tragedy as 11 people were killed after their aircraft crashed moments after taking off. The deadly crash happened in the town of Toinblen, near the city of Nancy in eastern France. All 11 people on board died in the crash, including the pilot, 5 experienced skydiving instructors and 5 trainee parachutists. Thousands of protesters gathered in Serbia's Kraljevo a day after President Aleksandar Vučić announced he would step down, opening the possibility of early presidential and parliamentary elections. Protesters questioned the move, with some calling it a political tactic and others demanding a complete overhaul of the system. Vučić, who has held power as Prime Minister or President for 12 years, has faced months of student-led protests following the 2024 Novi Sad railway station collapse that killed 16 people. Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended the National Day celebrations of Seychelles, marking the country's 50th anniversary of independence. PM Modi, who is on a 3-day visit to the Indian Ocean nation, became the first Indian Prime Minister to attend the celebrations as the guest of honor and also the first one to address Seychelles National Assembly. He was also conferred with the Guardian of the Blue Horizon, which is Seychelles' highest honor. An Indian marching contingent comprising Navy and Army teams participated in the parade, highlighting the close and special India-Seychelles partnership. Earlier, Prime Minister Modi held bilateral talks with Seychelles President Patrick Hermini, with the leaders agreeing to strengthen cooperation across health, education, renewable energy, maritime security and defense, while India also announced a special economic package to support the development priorities of Seychelles. India's Union Home and Cooperation Minister Amit Shah has launched the pilot project of the PM Family Care Tracker and Health Passport in Gandhinagar. Speaking at the launch, Shah said 2014 marked the beginning of a new phase of welfare governance under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's transparent administration. Well, he described the period as a major turning point in India's development journey, saying future histories of the country's first century after independence would be divided into before and after 2014. A fire broke out early Monday morning on the ground floor of a residential building in Delhi's Keshavpuram. According to the Delhi Fire Service, the blaze originated from an electric meter panel. Multiple fire tenders were rushed to the spot after an emergency call was received. Firefighters managed to rescue 3 people who were trapped on the building's terrace before bringing the flames under control. Officials confirmed that no injuries or casualties were reported, while the cause of the fire is under investigation. As probe continues in the Ketan Agarwal murder case, accused fiancée Sia Goel and her alleged lover Chetan Chaudhary will be produced in court, where their police custody ends today. In the latest, Pune Rural Police revealed that Sia allegedly provided a pre-decided signal to Chetan before pushing Ketan off the cliff at Lohagarh Fort on 18th of June. A theft has been reported at Tuisha Sharma's matrimonial home in Bhopal. She was found hanging in the same house on 12th of May. The property belongs to her mother-in-law Girbala Singh and husband Samarth Singh, both of whom remain in custody, which is scheduled to end on 30th of June. According to the police, 3 masked intruders entered the house through the rear entrance. They then used a spiral staircase to reach the first floor and allegedly broke into the rooms of Girbala Singh and the couple. In India's Jammu and Kashmir, a dry run of the Shri Amarnath Yatra convoy was conducted along the Jammu-Srinagar National Highway through Udhampur district, while the exercise was carried out as part of preparations for the annual pilgrimage aimed at testing security arrangements and convoy movement along the route. Security personnel were deployed along the highway to ensure smooth coordination during the drill. The Shri Amarnath Yatra is one of the most significant Hindu pilgrimages in the region, attracting thousands of devotees each year. India's capital endured its hottest morning in 2 years on Sunday as the delayed southwest monsoon kept temperatures soaring. According to the India Meteorological Department, the minimum temperature of New Delhi settled at 31.1 degrees Celsius, which is 3.2 degrees above normal and the highest since 14th of June 2024, when it touched 33.3 degrees Celsius. The death toll in the Arunachal Pradesh cloudburst climbed to 3 after rescuers recovered the body of the last missing person nearly 10 kilometers downstream from the disaster site in Kenny-Panyor district. Landslides triggered the relentless rain, which had cut off 7 districts, including areas near the Indo-China border, disrupting road connectivity and slowing restoration efforts. In the United States, a state of emergency was declared as a flash floods killed 4 people in Kentucky after heavy rain swept across the state and neighboring Indiana. Rescue teams searched flooded homes and carried out water rescues as roads were inundated. Flash flood warnings also remained in effect for parts of Indiana. The Czech Republic recorded its hottest day on record for the second consecutive day on Sunday, with temperatures reaching 41.1 degrees Celsius in the northern town of Doksany. The new high surpassed Saturday's record of 40.9 degrees Celsius set at the same location. The World Health Organization has warned that Europe remains the world's fastest warming continent. As a powerful heat wave moved across Europe, Lithuania recorded its hottest June day ever on Sunday. Temperatures reached 36.3 degrees Celsius in the southern town of Druskininkai, beating the previous June record of 35.7 degrees Celsius. The extreme heat has been linked to dozens of deaths across the continent and has shattered multiple records across Europe this week. Poland may have recorded its hottest day on record on Sunday as the European heat wave spread east. While official confirmation remains pending, temperatures touched 40.5 degrees Celsius in Suobici, surpassing the national record of 39.5 degrees Celsius. Warsaw also set a new city record, with temperatures reaching 37.6 degrees Celsius, breaking the previous high recorded in the year 2013. The heat wave has spread from Western to Central and Eastern Europe, along with rising health risks and disruptions reported across the continent. The extreme conditions have increased hospital visits, strained emergency services, and even forced Switzerland's Besnau nuclear power plant to temporarily shut down after river temperatures affected its cooling system. The Trump administration could soon allow Anthropic to restore public access to its Fable 5 AI model after export restrictions imposed earlier this month. The limits could be lifted as early as next week, while talks between the US government and Anthropic are continuing. The government has already allowed Anthropic to release its Mythos 5 model to select trusted US organizations, partially reversing the national security restrictions imposed on 12th of June. Google has reportedly limited Meta's access to its Gemini AI models after Meta requested more computing capacity than Google could provide. While the restrictions have delayed some of Meta's internal AI projects, with employees being asked to use AI tokens more efficiently. The move highlights the growing shortage of AI computing power as tech giants struggle to meet surging demand for AI services. NVIDIA has partnered with Australia's Firmus Technologies to expand AI cloud services for startups and emerging AI companies. Under the deal, Firmus will purchase NVIDIA AI infrastructure and deploy around 170,000 GPUs between 2027 and 2028. In Indonesia, Firmus said the partnership could generate up to $30 billion in revenue over 6 years, while making high-end NVIDIA AI computing more affordable for smaller AI firms. Asia-Pacific markets traded mixed on Monday. Japan's Nikkei slipped 0.35%, while the Topix gained 0.43%. South Korea's Kospi fell 2.29% at the open, though the Kosdaq rose 0.97%. Australia's ASX 200 advanced 0.41%. On Wall Street, stock futures moved slightly higher after a mixed week. Dow futures gained 0.2%, S&P 500 futures rose 0.4%, and Nasdaq 100 futures added 0.5%. Last week, the Dow outperformed while the S&P 500 and Nasdaq came under pressure amid a sell-off in major technology stocks. Oil prices edged higher after fresh US and Iran strikes in West Asia renewed concerns over disruptions to energy shipments through the Strait of Hormuz. Brent crude climbed above $70 a barrel, while US crude gained over 1%. Although Washington and Tehran have reportedly agreed to resume talks, tanker traffic remains constrained due to backlogs, damaged infrastructure, and production disruptions. Analysts say oil supplies may take months to return to pre-conflict levels. Gold prices fell nearly 1% on Monday as fresh US-Iran strikes in West Asia renewed inflation concerns and lifted energy prices. Spot gold slipped after posting gains in the previous session, while rising oil prices weighed on bullion. Markets are closely watching developments in the Persian Gulf, where renewed attacks have disrupted shipping through the Strait of Hormuz and added to geopolitical uncertainty. Canada have made history at the FIFA World Cup. A dramatic stoppage time strike from Stephen secured a 1-0 victory over South Africa, sending the co-host into the round of 16 for the first time ever. But the match looked destined for extra time before a late breakthrough sparked wild celebration. Canada now advanced to the round of 16, where they will face either the Netherlands or Morocco in Houston on 4th of July. For South Africa, the defeat ends a memorable tournament run despite reaching the knockout stage for the first time in their history. Asia's best team, Japan, will lock horns with Brazil in the knockouts. Japan booked their date with Brazil after drawing 1-1 with Sweden on Thursday in Dallas. Brazil are one of the world's top teams, but Japan's head coach says his side will be no pushovers when the two teams meet in Houston in their round of 32 clash. Japan will take confidence from their 3-2 comeback victory over Brazil in Tokyo last October. Well, it was their first ever win over the five-time world champions. Australia knocked out India from the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026 in their final Group 1 clash at the Lords. After winning the toss and electing to bat first, the women in blue posted a total of 170 for the loss of 4 wickets, which is also their highest team total against the Kangaroos in a women's T20 World Cup match. Openers Smriti Mandhana and Shefali Verma provided a solid start with a 66-run stand, while captain Harmanpreet Kaur scored a vital 56, which includes 3 sixes and 4 fours. In response, Australia chased down the total with an over to spare. Australia will now take on the West Indies in the first semi-final, while South Africa would take on England in the second semi-final at the Oval. The summer superhero reboot has experienced a relatively soft start at the global box office. The Millie Alcock starrer has crossed roughly the worldwide collection for the movie stands at approximately $68 million during its opening weekend. The beloved animated franchise continues its dominance in the theaters. The highly anticipated fifth installment set records by the end of its second weekend. Its worldwide running total had surged past the $585 million mark. The $250 million production is well on its way to crossing the $1 billion threshold. If it happens, Toy Story 5 will become the second animated film to cross the coveted mark this year after the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Steven Spielberg's return to the sci-fi thriller genre, Disclosure Day, enjoyed the strongest opening for an original feature starring Emily Blunt and Josh O'Connor. The film debuted to an impressive $93 million worldwide collection. The movie has grossed roughly $193 million globally. Michael Jackson's biopic starring Jafar Jackson continues its historic theatrical run. The film has amassed a massive $977.4 million at the worldwide box office. The feature has officially become the highest-grossing biographical film in cinematic history. It is now within striking distance of the elite $1 billion milestone. In India, leading the comedy space, the highly anticipated Hindi sequel Welcome to the Jungle leaned on mass appeal and nostalgia to deliver a strong theatrical run. Starring Akshay Kumar, Sunil Shetty and Paresh Rawal, well, the film has managed to draw audiences despite mixed critical reviews, grossing approximately 83.42 crore rupees. That is about $10 million at the worldwide box office. Meanwhile, a spiritual sequel, Cocktail 2, cemented the enduring box office power of mature romantic drama. Starring Shahid Kapoor, Kriti Sanon and Rashmika Mandanna, the film leveraged strong urban multiplex numbers to amass an impressive 126.85 crore rupees, which is roughly $15.2 million globally, successfully surpassing the lifetime numbers of its 2012 predecessor.